Hello and welcome back to another quick update of Switch Connect program series. I am Ananya Talwar, technical marketing engineer with Aruba CX switching TME team. And today in this session, we are going to talk about some of the most frequent queries that you might have on your transceiver modules and what are the best known solutions for those. So let's get started. So as I was mentioning, in this session, we are also going to talk about certain frequent queries that we get confused about, such as this one. What is the difference between SR4 ESR4 versus LR4 or ER4? Now, when I was mentioning earlier, and when you see SR4, the very common prediction is because the 4 is mentioned, it can be split into 4 different links of lower speed variants. But that's not really true. If you see very closely in the transceiver guide, you see for the I took the example of 40 gig SR4 and versus 40 gig LR4. Now, if you see the fiber mode for SR4 is mentioned as multi-mode fiber, whereas for LR4, the fiber mode is mentioned as single mode fiber. Now, what does it really mean? SR4 and ESR4 is actually using different lanes of fibers or different optical fibers to transmit the data. Each of those are at 850 nanometers and traveling independently. So when you are using a split cable, you can actually split it into different channels and take it to the other end on your 10 gig SR. That's how you can break it out into 4 splits of smaller speed. That's 10 gig. On the other hand, when you have LR4 or ER4 transceivers, which use the multiplexing techniques of 4 different wavelengths over a single lane, which is demuxed on the receiver's end. So if you see here on my left hand side, different wavelengths are muxed over a single SMF fiber and transmitted to the other end where it is demuxed and the data is received. And the vice versa is done from the receiver end side. So that gives you a brief answer about what's the difference between SR4, LR4, and whether you will be able to split them or not. If not, why? Another very big question we get is the first question that we get is, can I use my SFP transceiver in my QSFP port? So the answer to this question is yes, you can use it. The next question is how to use this SFP transceiver in my QSFP port. The answer to this is using a QSA28 adapter, which is offered by HP servers and system side with this part number. So when you use this QSA28 adapter, it allows you to insert this adapter into your QSFP port, which is something like this, what I have highlighted here using this graphic. Once you have inserted your QSA28 adapter in a QSFP port, you can now insert your SFP transceiver inside this QSA28 port. So now something like this, what I am highlighting. One thing you might need to understand, a lot of folks confuse a QSA28 adapter with the transceiver, which it is really not. So if you see, it's totally hollow. It just has a physical structure around it to support your SFP module. And on the end, it has an electrical interface which can help you to achieve your required goal. Another major point that you might want to know is that QSA28 does not support DECs or AOCs through it. So these are the switch families on which QSA28 adapter is supported, that too on specific ports of specific SKUs. When you use a QSA28 adapter on a QSFP-DD or QSFP28 port, it can actually allow your SFP plus of or SFP28 transceiver to be inserted in those. But if you are using it with QSFP plus, it will only allow SFP plus modules to be inserted in this QSFP plus port. So with this, we'll end up this session here, and I'll see you back in the next session for more information on interconnects. So thanks a lot and see you in the next session.